This is One on One. There he is, Jamal Dickerson, Director of Bands and Instrumental Music Teacher at Creative Arts High School in beautiful Camden, New Jersey. Good to see you, Jamal.
Same here. Good to see you, sir.
This is part of our A+ for Excellence series. We're doing cooperation with our partners at the NJEA, New Jersey Education Association. We're about to see a clip of some of the work that you do through the Classroom Close-Up series that the NJEA does. Okay. Tell us where you work and why you love it.
I mean, I work in Camden. I love it because I grew up there. I'm a Camdenite myself. I went off to college. I graduated from all of the schools, the public schools in Camden. I went off to college on scholarship, came back to teach and be able to give back the same way teachers gave to me.
You love music?
Love it. Every day of my life, I'm involved in music, whether I'm teaching, performing myself, or whatever. And that's what makes me enjoy life. For me, getting a check for that is almost like stealing.
You know, let me tell you something. One of your coworkers told their producers that you don't really know when payday is.
Yeah, I'm telling you. I mean, it's just, you know, go by. The days go by. And one of my friends, a colleague at the school, said, "Hey, what's today's date?" And it was the 15th. I said, I can't quite remember. Come on, man. It's the 15th. All of us know what day it is. Yeah.
You ready to see the tape?
Cool.
Let me tell you something. I've seen this. It'll blow you away. It comes from Classroom Close-Up, our friends at the NJEA. Jamal's got a heck of a story to tell. Here it is.
Their paths to music may have been as varied as notes in the music they play, but one thing is consistent. Guiding them at each level is a trio of music teachers, one in elementary school, one in middle school, and one in high school. Two are brothers, the third a childhood friend. Together they form a musical thread.
What that's considered in educational terms is vertical alignment. We're always communicating with one another. We can collaborate so that by the time they get to high school, they're kind of prepared. They have this set foundation so that we can use that foundation on which to grow.
Beginning my 7th grade year, I wanted to play violin, but the band teachers gave me a trumpet. At first I was like, I'm supposed to play this. I don't want to play this thing.
We start the children at the 3rd grade, and we have the kids playing as soon as they pick up an instrument in the performing ensemble. I'm there with them every step of the way, so I'm actually, you know, helping them, mentoring them, all the way up to high school and beyond.
Mrs. Sabri may talk to me and say, you know, I have a student that just came to your school and, you know, look out for him. So I'll look for the child and, you know, hey, I heard you was in the band, you know, you play this instrument. So, you know, that happens and, you know, we kind of work with them all the way throughout. And then we also stay in contact with my brother. And on the high school level, once they get like to 7th and 8th grade, it's kind of like, you know, I'll ask a question like, what would you like them to know once they get to your school?
The kind of vertical alignment that we're doing from Mr. Sabri, moving on to my brother at the middle school, and then here at the Creative Arts High School. So here in Camden, New Jersey, you know, we're just an example of vertical alignment through music. So if we could get math and English and science and all of the other, you know, art forms and educational forms, academic forms, to all kind of like piggyback off of this concept, you can just see that sky's the limits.
Oh man, tell me what you're feeling.
Listen, that's my life every day. It's not a show. That's what we do all day long, enjoying the kids, enjoying them seeing the light at the end of the tunnel. I was talking to a gentleman on the way over, and I was telling him that for some of these kids, there is no light at the end of the tunnel.
but we can see that the kids that we're working with do see a light at the end of the tunnel, and that's what's important for our kids in the city.
By the way, what is vertical alignment?
Vertical alignment it can be looked at as a formal concept, and it can be informal. In fact, colleges and high schools have some, formal agreements like vertical articulation where they agree that a child should have these courses and blah, blah, blah by the time they get here. And if they've done that, then we can do a better job with them. So what we do is we do that from elementary to middle to high school.
Give me a quick example.
Sure. My friend, Hassan, best friend, graduated high school together. He teaches.
Was he in that piece?
He was in that piece,
Okay.
exactly. He teaches in the elementary school. And so what we do is we talk about, myself, Mr. Sabri, and then my brother Nasir all talk about what it is we would like for the student to know at this level. And not only do we talk about that so that we're all on the same page, we have our students, our older students, mentor the middle school. Then the middle school students will mentor the elementary school students. And so we're working together so that everything that we're teaching is aligned and preparing them for the next step so that we follow them from middle school, from elementary to middle to high, and then also then to college at that point.
This series again is called A+ for Excellence, right?
Right.
And I'm curious, define excellence in these young people.
Oh,
It's not perfection, right?
excellence is the ability to be able to see that they can be great, to see goodness in themselves, to see greatness in themselves.
Don't they do that naturally?
No, actually no. And the reason why is because they don't get the opportunity
By the way,
to
describe
see.
Camden. We're seeing in about 7 states, so describe Camden. Not everyone knows.
Sure. We're in Camden City. I'll give you a brief description of the school that these kids go to. We're talking about a school where the kids walk over crack valves to get to school. We're talking about a school where across the street is crack houses, and down the street is Broadway where prostitution and all kinds of derelicts are hanging. And we're talking about kids leaving school at night and it feels unsafe, so that the principal has to come up with structures that make these kids feel safer and ways to get the parents to pick them up, and some of their parents don't have cars. So we're dealing with kids who are coming from these situations in a city where the police officers and the fire department has been laid off.
Big time.
Third and right. So they're dealing with all of these issues, and we're one of the worst cities in the country, if not the worst, and most dangerous. And we're dealing with kids from that city who are coming to school every day believing that they don't have a chance.
But here you go now. Fast forward, I'm only given the TV version of the story.
Right.
2 or 3 success stories of the situation you just described. You have some young people doing unbelievable things. Go ahead,
Yes,
go.
indeed.
2 minutes, go.
We have Alex Cummings, who's one kid. Alex Cummings went through the program. I taught him in 4th grade. And then I had a chance to get to the high school, so I called him again when he got back to high school. We followed him through this vertical articulation. And he's now studying at Oberlin Conservatory in Ohio, one of the top conservatories in the country.
Who's Lawrence?
Lawrence Galloway is a student who started with my brother, and we
Brother
followed
Nas?
him through it. My brother Nas, right. He's a senior now, and he's auditioned at Oberlin Conservatory. I just got off the phone with them yesterday. They said, give me his transcript. We're going to wait on the phone until his transcript is faxed. And she waited. I faxed it over. She said they loved his audition so much, we have to wait for this transcript. And then he went to New York, actually, too. So he's tussling between being in the Big Apple or going to Oberlin Conservatory to study. So right now he's having great opportunities put in front of him, and it's based on this vertical alignment.
30 seconds. How much do you love being a teacher?
I would do it every day, whether I was paid for it or not. While I have 6 children and a wife in the home, I still am excited about teaching every day, whether the payment is big enough or not. I would do it whether I got 0 for it. That's how much I enjoy working with these students.
Jamal, you're a role model for all of us, and particularly you make all teachers and all of us proud of the work you do. Thank you, Jamal.
Thank you.
One-on-One with Steve Adubato has been a production of the Caucus Educational Corporation, celebrating 25 years of broadcast excellence. Funding has been provided by the New Jersey Education Association, Wells Fargo, the Adler Aphasia Center, PSE&G, the law firm of Gibbons PC, Horizon Blue Cross Blue Shield of New Jersey, Bloomfield College, Transportation provided by Airbrook Limousine, serving the metropolitan New York, New Jersey area. One-on-One with Steve Adubato has been produced in partnership with St. Joseph's Healthcare System.